they are a control freak. My dear, this person is such a control freak. They need to have control over every area of their life. And I feel like this might be because this person's like struggled with some kind of like addictive personalities and stuff like that. Like if they don't maintain control, they could lose it. Just lose it. There's so much early 2000s music that just keeps coming out here. Go crazy. Oh, baby. And that's the thing though, is like they know they can't control you. They already know they can't control you. But there's an allure to that too. It's like if they were to be able to control you, you would lose the essence that they are so much attracted to begin with. It's like there has to be some clear boundaries with you two. Like there has to be some like hard and fast rules here because they love all of this stuff about you that really, I feel like you just bring them out of their shell. 1122 on the timer, you and 55 on this timer. Yeah, you really bring this person out of their shell. You make this person change by just being around them. Like their whole aura changes. This person tends to be very much so like an observer, like sits back and like would rather like to watch everything that's going on. And you're someone who goes running into the freaking streets. Like if they turn their back for 2 seconds, you go take it off and you started an indie rock band in the alleyway. Like what in the world? Like and it's like, it scares them a little bit because you are such a free spirit and you just have such a personality that's so inviting, but that also makes them very scared. Not just in the dynamic, but kind of scared for you too. Like you have no sense of danger. And there is this sense of like, because we were getting there is a concern about coming forward because you might see them in the way that you've seen them before and they don't want you to see them because we were getting 5-5 on the timer too. 1123 1123. Yeah, 5. There is a change that's been made. They feel like you might be bitter over who you've known them to be, which is very controlling. We were very, very, and this person is still very, very controlling, but they don't desire to control you in any sense that you would lose this spirit. There's something very like they don't want to see the light go out in your eyes because they understand that like how, I don't know if this person has taken the light out by their own elusive trickery, deception, but they possibly have done that to you before, but they don't want that to happen. And there's also a little bit of fear too that you would take that sword of your boundaries and like eat them with it. And they don't want to battle you. They don't want to battle you. But like, are you still angry at me? And it's so funny because you were getting in part two, like your energy is just like very like, I don't know if it's so much that you're angry. Maybe some of you still are. We have ecstasy that's coming out. And that's the conflict. That you dance to the beat of your own drummer that you found in the alleyway. And you take off and you are someone who you're not very codependent. It's great, but you're not very codependent. Like there's something about like you would be fine on your own. Like you figure it out. There's something very interesting. Like I feel like you're the kind of person that could be like dropped in the middle of nowhere in a different country and you just figure it out. I don't know. Well, I mean, what was the other option? Lay down and no, I'm gonna figure it out. There's just, and then it's like, and then you would become the prime minister. Like I don't even know how you did that in 2 weeks. This person is just mesmerized by you. But the more that they are mesmerized by how different you are from them, the more conflict that they have. Because there has to be compromise with both of you in this dynamic, but they don't want it to be in any kind of way that you lose your sparkle, your shine. They're very, very concerned about that. And I'm getting a very protective energy because this person, and understand controlling and protectiveness can kind of, do you want these? But it's like they've figured out how to manage that within themselves with this healing energy. they're still very protective of you, but in a way that, like, I want to see you dance and shine and sing and be every bit of who you are. I just want to also make sure that you're safe. Man, that conflict. We have the intuition coming out here. We have an emotional storm because they know their inner knowing is being so much called towards you in this connection, and then their fear just keeps like delaying it. And it's meant to grow. You got to nourish it, right? Like grass grows where you water it. I feel like this person's going to be doing a lot of eye rolls at you in like kind of a cute way. Like, oh my gosh. There she goes again. Racing through my brain. I just can't. Preparing for union ascension. We got it in part 1 and in part 2 that there is definitely like, I don't know if this is even appropriate to say on here, but there is, yeah, passion and seduction. Your energy where it's scary, it's like it's good. You light a fire within this person. You make this person believe that everything's gonna just work out because of course it's gonna work out. Like, what do you mean it's not gonna work out? Everything works out, and they need that. Like, that's what they really love. And if they complicate this situation, if they try to take the things that make you beautiful, it's like they're really just hurting themselves and the rest of the world of denying the world you. But we do have a new phase here and preparing for union, so they're gearing up. They're missing you. Definitely a runner energy. We have separation. We have runner. The spirit intimacy, running away, intense, and then letting go. Whether that caused the separation or they've always kind of been in this kind of energy, like whether you've been together or not, you're wearing them down. They don't want to be a runner anymore. We're going to go to part 4 for my subscriber group. You all have a wonderful evening.